Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast for all the crap we love to talk about on Ye Old Bravs. I'm Ronnie, and that's Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How's it going? Happy Bagel Thursday / National Bagel Day.
Oh, well, it's going great,
Yeah.
Congratulations on having a national day made after your personal holiday.
Yeah, thank you.
Pretty big, Ben. You made a holiday happen.
Yeah, I feel like Stassi when she came up with outfit of the day. Though I'm upset. Whenever I'm in New York, I get bagels from this specific place, and they always make a killer bagel. So today I was like, I'm ordering it. I saved it up all week, and I ordered it, and I got my bagel. And honestly, it was not a very good bagel. And I was like, how could you do this to me on Bagel Thursday, on National Bagel Day? So I guess there's only one path forward, which is I guess I'll get another bagel from somewhere else.
Time for another bagel. Well, you have business meetings today in New York, so why don't you just make them all at bagel places?
I know. No, it's just an excuse so I can get another bagel tomorrow. That's the real key. Because tomorrow we have a big day of recording.
But tomorrow's not bagel day.
Well, it's in the spirit of
no.
It's a continuation.
I mean, you can't have a holiday made after your personal day and then be like, well, it's also Bagel Friday, man. That's not how it works. Okay. Oh, tomorrow's Christmas, everybody. Just because.
No, I'll say it's Greek Bagel Day tomorrow because there's always like Greek Easter. That's like 8 days later.
Oh, that's true. Or you could do like Bagel Hanukkah where it just goes on for like 8 days or whatever it is.
Yeah. I think that's tomorrow
your bagel
is
menorah.
It's a very big back-to-back thing because today is National Bagel Day. Tomorrow is Sade's birthday. So I think we can celebrate Sade with a bagel tomorrow, which the smooth operator.
I feel like Sade wouldn't appreciate.
You
know what? I feel like Sade wouldn't appreciate a carb celebration because Sade keeps pretty in shape. But you know what? I'm going to stop knowing you and just yes you. Yes, it's a lucky day.
I mean, well, Sade would want me to do something sensual for myself that would bring me joy, and that would be having a bagel. But she herself would probably get like a little bowl of kind of like Japanese farm food, something like lovely and delicious. That's, like maybe something that involves like a kelp or I don't know, like beautifully arranged. And that would be her Bagel Thursday. And it wouldn't be a bagel at all. In fact, she would actually tell people it's a bagel. She's like, well, it's my bagel. Like, but it's not a bagel, Sade. She's like, it doesn't matter.
Sade's bagel is what Sade says a bagel is.
Is it a crime to call this a bagel? Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So, okay, everybody. Well, guess what?
Guess what?
It is time for Southern Charm. But first, the Golden Crappies are on February 27th here in the glorious, glamorous Los Angeles, California during award season, as it should be. Come to that. It's going to be super fun. You can get tickets over ticket links at watchwhatcrappens.com. You can also go to our link in bio on our Instagram. That's also where you'll find links to our Patreon, our Amazon Lives, which are every Monday at 4. Crappy Hour is every other Monday at 5:30 Pacific time, which is this coming Monday. Might have a special guest, so tune in. Won't say who it is in case they flake, but it should be fun. And then Crappy's tickets also on Patreon is where you get bonus episodes, all of our video recaps, which we do every day now. We're covering traders over on bonus, and we have ad-free listening now on Patreon. So go over there. Thanks to everybody who signed up over there. We sure love you guys. I'm just speeding through that, not because I don't care about those things, but because I care about you, the audience. Okay?
Thank you.
And now is Southern Charm Day. Man, congratulations to Vanita because Vanita got her. I mean, she had 1 week where she said he is going to walk you like a leash on a dog and then dump you. And then Sally's like, how dare you? I wanted that to happen on my own after I get some chicks. And then she left. And then the very next week.
I am actually mad at Vanita. I'm mad at Vanita. Okay, I mean we've trotted this out before. I think I feel like we root for Vanita, but she's just not very good at this show. And it seemed like at the beginning of the season, she got the memo on how to be a reality star. You know, she stormed out of a party, but then she's been overdoing it. And like she stormed out of this, well, she actually I would not say that she stormed. She didn't storm, but she left. She was breezy. It wasn't a storm, it was a breeze. It was like a light cloud in the sky. But she left the slumber
Yeah.
party early. It's like, girl, you can't leave early like this because you missed the biggest told you so. She thought she had her told you so moment. She just had to wait 20 minutes and she would have had the biggest told you so moment because it was like what she left on was so small. Like she could have had so much joy and she could have gloated so hard and she missed it. Vanita, don't leave like that again. You don't know what spoils of victory you could have had.
Yeah. Couldn't we almost have it all? But no, you left again. Stop leaving. Stop leaving, Vanita.
Come
Stay.
on, Vanita, do this.
Stay and enjoy
Be
the
better
fruits
at
of
it.
your labor. That's what I say.
That's right. Yeah, it was so good.
This episode is season 11, episode 7. It's called Foul Play, and it's spelled Fowl. You guys,
Oh.
I was going to call this episode, because it's my turn to title an episode, and I was going to call it The Death of the Pick Me Chicks. But
That's so dramatic. I love it.
but I didn't want people to think I was calling all the women on the show pick me chicks, you know, because they'd see the title and be like, oh my God, that's not cool. They're not pick me's. And not get that I was talking about the little chicks that Sally bought.
Yeah.
So I didn't go with it. But
What'd you
I
go
just
with?
wanted to talk about it's stupid. It's like slumber party pajama drama or something. Pajama drama, I think.
Pajama drama.
Which is, you know, kind of lame, but whatever.
Could have done like, well, I wish there was some sort of like book moment because then it could be chick lit. But there was,
Oh.
but it doesn't make sense. The lit, who cares? Unless they're sort of getting drunk. No, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
White chicks.
Chick lit. Chick lit. Oh, yeah, that would have been funny if somebody got wasted, but yeah, whatever. So it's called Foul Play, which I really
Chick-fil-A.
like. And Chick-fil-A. Wait, what is that?
Chick for
Chick-fil-A?
chick for late. Chicky. We could also use chicken, but chicks. Well, you know, I think pajama drama is probably where it's at.
I think, yeah, that's just all I have. That's all I have got in me. So Sally is at her house and she's got her friend Riley over and the dogs are trying to run out the gate. I'm rooting for the dogs
Yeah.
because I feel like Sally probably she probably talks to the dogs too much about her relationship. Like it's natural to talk to your dog. You know, my dog knows everything, which
Right.
I mean, dogs can't talk. So thankfully, because God, he's got a lot of dirt. But I talk to the dog about everything, and my life is pretty boring. I'll be like, God, you know what I'm really craving? Hostess donuts. Why? Why am I craving that? And he just looks at me like I would just like a pretzel, like anything, literally anything. Drop a booger on the ground, I'll eat it. What privilege do you have to get Hostess donuts? You know? And then I order some, and he just sits there and watches me eat them. And I'm like, but they're chocolate. You can't. I mean, a dog's life is hell. So Sally's double dog life has got to be hell. They just hear about boys all day, like shitty boys.
I know. It's just got to be exhausting. And she probably, you know, because she is that friend, that girlfriend who just yammers on about the boys. Well, I really like Craig, and I think he like really likes me, but he hasn't made a move on me yet. But like, I think we're just like getting close there, and maybe I should just tell him that I like him. I mean, it's 2026. A girl can say what she wants to say, and the dogs are like, just honestly, Hostess donut. Come on, like just drop it on the floor for me. I don't really care about your boy problems.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
boy
why I'm rooting
problems,
for
who's
the
got 'em?
dogs to run. You know, I'm like, run, little wiener dogs. Run, little white wiener dogs. Keep running.
The spirit of Storm and Bambi are alive in these dogs. That's a reference to Kyle Richards' dogs that are always trying to escape
God,
into Greater Encino.
I block everything Kyle Richards out of my brain. I'm like, who's that? Stormy Daniels. But Sally is having a really sad episode. And
Oh my
I
God, it's
almost
really
felt
sad.
bad for Sally. But I decided not to. So she is
That's a
she
good
has
decision.
ordered like a chicken coop off Amazon and or something. Maybe, probably not Amazon because you had to use
No,
actual screws. Where did it come
you
from?
have you can get like a house on Amazon. I saw an influencer do it once, which
You
I'm embarrassed
can.
to even say.
I was
But
considering doing that. Have you ever considered getting like a little house on Amazon that you put in your backyard? I
no,
want
this
to.
person got a house. They got a house. They got like a prefab house that they ordered on Amazon. I swear to God, I saw it.
Is it nice? I
It
don't
was
even
like
know who
a
the influencer is, and I'm influenced. I want a house.
It was like it's like one of those, like it's sort of like rectangular, and it was fascinating. I was
It's,
still confused as how we got that on Amazon, but like I definitely saw that. I mean, we'll put it on our Amazon Live next.
we should. We should do
We
an
just need a
Amazon Live. We should get houses from Amazon Live. Come on.
yeah, we just need a plot of land and some plumbing, but that's pretty easy in LA, right?
Dude, I just went to Amazon and I typed in house and a house came
And
up. The
like a
house
real
came. Well,
house,
it's a
like a house.
gazebo. No, and then a
No,
a sunroom patio came up. Backyard discovery, but this isn't Amazon Live. We'll do this another day, but that is fascinating. I want an Amazon house. Okay, so anyway, the point is Sally got a little chicken coop and she's putting it together with real screws. I mean, chicken coops have not graduated to the little L wrench, technology, which is crazy. So you have to use real screws. Sorry, everybody who gets chicken coops. And she is building a chicken coop because she wants to get chicks because Craig mentioned that he wants chickens in his yard. So she figures if she gets chickens in her yard, then Craig will have to come over and be like the dad of the chickens, and then they'll fall in love, and then they'll be together forever. That's not a good
this is
plan. Chickens die young, and also you kill chickens and eat them. I mean, it's just not very romantic. That's what I'm going to
this
say.
is one of the saddest things we've ever seen in the history of Bravo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, as the kids say on Vanderpump Rules. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is really a sad, sad moment. Sally last year I felt seemed like an empowered young lady. I mean, she's still empowered, but I don't know. I felt like she wasn't so pick me. And this year I just find her to be very sad. And the fact that she is investing in chickens pretty much solely so that Craig will go with her to pick out the chickens and like hopefully she's gonna win Craig over with chicken determination because Craig said at one point that he'd like to have chickens in his backyard, and so she's gonna have chickens to show that they have the same interest. I just think it's sad, especially because I don't think Craig has any interest in chickens. I think it's just like his Chat GPT brain sensed that was the answer. That was the thing that Sally needed to hear in that moment in order for him to be charming. Craig is not going to take care of chickens. I know he's got bees. Chickens is just going to be a bridge too far for him. And now she's stuck with chickens. 3 chickens.
Yeah, chickens, and it's just, I just wish for her that because her friend says, "So, what prompted you to get a chicken coop?" And she's like, "Oh, I wanted her to say something like, oh God, I've always wanted chickens. I've always thought it would be so cool to have eggs right in my backyard and take care of these sweet animals who don't deserve to die for Chick-fil-A, and
Yeah,
just like really learn some empathy." And my friend mentioned chickens, and I was like, "Yeah, I've wanted chickens. I'm going to get the chickens. This
precisely.
was a sign to get."
100%.
But instead, she doesn't. It's like she has no self awareness, or maybe she has all the self awareness in the world because her answer is, "Well, I was in Craig's hot tub the other night. We were talking about it, and he said if I got chickens, he'd go with me to pick out the chickens." So the next day, I ordered a chicken coop. It's like, oh God, you are so pathetic. You are too gorgeous to be this pathetic. I
Yeah,
feel like when you're not like gorgeous like that, you think like, oh my God, what would life be like if I was that gorgeous? Like people would open doors for me, people would buy me stuff, people would get me chickens. It's like how you think, and then you see somebody that gorgeous, and then you see that it just leads to nothing, and then it's like, well, what's the point of just being insecure about not being so gorgeous? And then it's like, did I have wasted all my life being insecure?
I think it's like a really good thing. Just a good motto in general is don't invest into the welfare of other living beings just for the approval of a man. Okay.
Unless
Whether
it's a
they're
baby. Unless it's a baby. Now, I say if someone breaks up with you or is going to break up with you, then definitely that's the time when you're like, we should have a baby.
okay, you know what? if it's a celebrity, have that baby because then then you're tied to that celebrity to life, and that's very exciting. It's like, sorry, Guillermo del Toro, you may be a famous star now, but I have your child.
Wow.
I don't know
What
why
a
that's
get.
what. I actually meant to say Benicio del Toro, but somehow I went to Guillermo,
Both,
which is
but
very
both.
different. It's a
Both
very
would have
different
had the same response
shape
from
of
me.
water,
Wow.
more like shape of association with celebrity culture. Pan's Labyrinth, more like the labyrinthine walls of getting to be connected to a celebrity. Okay, by the way, we could also name.
Gosh,
Gosh,
I'm in
yeah, that was
Cuba.
gosh, hey, here's one from Cuba. Frankenstein, more like Baby Stein, because now I have a celebrity's baby. You can use that, Sally.
Yeah. So it's sad. And so the friend thinks it's sad too, but she won't say it's sad. And she's like, "Is Craig gonna name one of the chickens?" And she's like, "Well, I do have a code to his house now, so dot dot dot. Yikes."
First of all, you're going to buy the chickens for this guy who doesn't care, and then you're going to let him actually perform the sacred rite of naming one of the chickens? No. Like, don't let Craig name your chick. Don't do that at all. These are you only have 3, so you get to name them, okay? My friend Katie, who you've met, Katie, she used to have a chicken in high school, and the chicken's name was Sid, and I always thought that was the funniest name for a chicken. Who names their chicken Sid?
The chicken said, "I like that. I like that for a chicken name."
I love
You can't
like,
let
a very
Craig name him
normal
because
name.
he'll be like, Paige. Okay, Craig. No, there's not only one page in the world. Okay, there can be other pages. Okay, fine, Craig. What should we name the other chicken? Nomi. Damn it, Craig.
The third one could be named Natalie.
All the girls I've loved before. So
You could call
yeah,
this episode "Chick Me," "Chick Me Girl,"
chick me girl. That's it. That's
"Chick
it.
Me Girl."
Chick me girl. I'm gonna write it down.
Thank you, everyone.
Chick me
I don't know
girl.
why I
And
said everyone.
here,
as
I'll
if,
even put.
as if I just got a standing ovation from the audience.
You did from me. His titles are sometimes very hard. Ben's the title queen, so chick me girl, and then I'm gonna put a little star, and then when you read the star at the bottom, it'll say by Ben.
No, you don't have to. This is our.
No,
this is
you're
our
right.
chicken.
You're right. By Ben Mandelker del Toro.
Fueled by bagels. Guillermo
Happy
del
Bagel
Toro.
Friday. Happy, and then I'll put another star and say Happy Bagel Friday. Happy.
Could you imagine if you trapped Guillermo del Toro with a baby? So.
Sally has the code to your house. That's terrifying. Okay, so now we go over to Charlie's gallery, and Craig arrives, and he's like, "Is there anyone here who looks like a really beautiful praying mantis? I want to talk to her." They're like, "Oh, Charlie's over there selling a painting of a penguin." He's like, "Damn it! That was supposed to be my painting."
Hey, Charlie, meet my assistant who looks like Paige DeSorbo with Republican hair. Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, this poor guy. The +1 to what's the guy's name? Oh my God, this poor assistant. Greg drags this poor
Paige.
assistant around, and he's just so awkward. He's like, "Yeah, here's my good friend. What's his face?" And he's like,
his name is
yeah,
Jack.
it's like a gallery." Jack, yeah.
Jack. Oh, sweet Jack. I feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him, actually. I just feel like he just has to deal with I do feel bad for him. I feel bad that he has to
feel
deal
bad
with
for him.
so much of Craig's bullshit. And he just seems like this sweet, lovely gay who's just, you know, he's like just trying to have a baby with a celebrity. But
He's trying to
celebrity
just
is
make it
Craig.
through college or whatever, get his extra college credit, and he's not getting it. And I look at Jack, and I just think head in a sack because of the lyrics, Jack, head in a sack. But I also think this poor guy doesn't even know that his life is about to revolve around chicks that he's going to have to raise. Because when Craig says, "I'm going to get chickens," that means Jack is going to get chickens. Jack is going to have little chicks hanging off of his nipples for the next 3 years.
Here's what I feel bad about for Jack. I feel like Jack, I feel like it's really hard to be a gay in Charleston. There are not a lot of options, as TJ has announced many times. And I just feel like his few joys will be after a long day of work at Craig's, he gets to go home and watch Heated Rivalry. And like that's his special thing, just watching Heated Rivalry. And then the next day he goes out with Craig and this like Sally is there, and then Sally
Covered
and
in
Charlie are
sperm
talking.
crust.
And Sally's like, "Oh my God, I've been watching Heated Rivalry. It is so good. I love it so much." And Charlie's like, "Oh my God, I think that is so cute. I love that show. Let's talk about it." And he's like, "But this was my thing, my gay thing. And now you basics have stolen it from me."
Yeah, poor Jack. He just can't
Jack.
win. And they're like,
I'm not
Jack,
saying
why
that
do you
that's
have
my
crust on your
experience with
shirt?
the show. What'd you say?
Nothing. So then,
Oh, I know what you said.
Charlie's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were coming," and he's like, "But you just invited me." And he does that Craig smile that's like so charming, but also so
dimples.
punchable. Once you know, he's just tricking you and manipulating you. And she's like, "Well, I invited everyone." Well, I mean, no one really. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want some champagne? So you invited everybody, or you didn't invite everybody? What is it, Charlie?
It's so funny because Charlie is I thought Charlie remember that first episode? I was like, what a brat. But like she's like not a brat. And she's shockingly, I feel like uneasy and insecure, which makes sense because we meet her mom. This is our second time we have a conversation with her mom this episode. And so, like, now I understand why. But I thought she was going to be strident and, like, "I'm Charlie and I get the man that I want." And she's like, "Well, I invited everyone. I mean, no one. I mean, I don't know. Oh, my God, I hope Sally doesn't see us. Oh, God."
She's playing like a mini tuba. It's like, wait a minute.
She's just going to freeze in front of one of the paintings and be like, "I'm not here. This is just a painting of Charlie on campus."
Yeah, I really like Charlie. I think she's beautiful. I think she's sweet. I think she does think about other people's feelings, even though she's still going to go on this date. But, I actually really like her too. And that's why I want to protect her from Craig because
I know. And most importantly, Ronnie, we know one thing about Charlie. She's decent. Did you act decent on your date? Okay,
did you
Charlie,
act
I did.
decent? Yes, I know. Her mom's like, "Tell me, was there any intercourse, you indecent slob?" So Craig's like, "I think I'm happier when I'm sharing my life with someone. Have you, oh, by the way, speaking of sharing lives, have you ever been to Low Country Oysters? You just ride around a boat all day eating oysters. You want to go? We could be like on the water together for a day."
Jack's like, "I thought you were going to take me to Low Country Oysters." Huh? What? Who
I'm the
said
one who
that?
told you about that.
You're going to use my boat, my family's boat.
Jack's like, "Wait a minute, that's my friend who owns Low Country Oysters. Do I get to come?" He's like, no, gay. Go watch the hockey show.
Go feed the bees. So, Charlie's like, "Oh, together for like a day? Oh no, Sally will kill me." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, it'll be good. Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Oh God." I guess it's so awkward to say, but the way that she looks at me and like, I don't know, she just smiles when we talk. And like, there's something there I want to explore. Like, does her face do other faces? That's interesting to me.
Okay, here's the way that she looks at you. And I can see it because I can read her face, okay? This is how she looks at Craig. "Well, he's cute, but God, he's dumb. Oh, do I have to date him just because I'm on this TV show? I really do like being on this TV show. And if I don't date somebody from the TV show, how am I going to stay on the TV show? God, is it him? Is he the only one available? Jeez. I don't like him. His waterfall countertops don't even go together properly. He does have a remote control for his fires in the backyard, which is cool. But isn't that kind of douchey? Oh, I don't know. He has a hot tub, but I did get white spots all over my skin last time I was in it." Like, you just see the look of, I could, but is it really what I want? She's got that like cringe on her face. And that's what I'm reading.
If only there were a pretty good looking guy who just had a nice, steady profession, like a lawyer or something like that, and his own house and just a little bit of trauma in his life that I could fix. Oh, well, I guess there's no one like that on the cast. Craig it is.
Yeah, I know, poor guy. But you know what they say about him, and by they I mean Sally on Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Why don't you go for Sally? I mean, why don't you go for that guy, Watner or whatever? Like
Whitner.
he's cute and has a job, and why is everybody dissing him for the other guys?" And she goes, "Yeah, well, I don't think you guys know him yet." And it was actually nice to hear that because I was like, okay, good. He is going to be a douchebag. Because I hate this insecurity of not knowing if a guy on Southern Charm is going to be a douchebag. Like 9 times out of 10, they're a douchebag. So just make it happen. I don't need the build up. Just be a douchebag so I can hate you now.
Is it possible though? I really don't want to be an apologist for Whitner because there's just no upside for defending any man on Southern Charm ever. But is it possible that like Whitner and Sally go on some date and he's like, yeah, I really like a driven woman. You know, I wake up at 4 in the morning and I run around Charleston 10 times and I come back and then I do push-ups and then I do like I read a book and then I go to work, and I like a woman who works hard like that too, is interested in things like that, and it's like just wants to have go to lectures and stuff like that. And she's like, ew, he is so snobby. I don't like him at all. Like, is it possible that he just like they have a date and he makes like reasonable requests of what he wants? Not reasonable, but like just
I was
like
going to
more
say
like
getting up at
highfalutin.
4 in the morning is not reasonable. And by
Not
the way, I
reasonable.
talked to Mama 10 times in that schedule.
But like, is it possible he says something that's more of like an adult lifestyle kind of thing, quote unquote adult lifestyle thing, where she's like, oh, he's snobby. Like, I can imagine something like that happens, and then she's turned off. So I'm gonna
I can too. I don't know that I'm really
know?
ready to trust Sally's judgment.
Exactly. That's the
Right.
thing. She's bought 3 chickens for Craig. So now,
Yeah.
like when she says, "Just wait till you get to know him," he probably like Whitner might just like read her for filth a little bit. Like, why did you get chickens for a man? That's a stupid thing. You're better than that. And she's like, "I hate you." You know. So like, I'm gonna. Right now, I like Whitner, and I'm gonna stay in a place where I like him until I have evidence that I shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. But it's like picking a murderer, you know, when you watch Southern Charm and you're like, oh my God, who's the douchebag?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, granted, it's like watching, well, I don't want to say what movie it is because it's a spoiler alert, even though it's really old, but the one where they all did it, you know? But, you know, it's like that kind of
101
murder. They're all the
Dalmatians.
murderers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those damn
So-
dogs. Do you get those
Cruella.
puppies?
Cruella gets all the blame, but it's also her henchman, I'd just like to add. So now we go to Madison's new house, and oh wait, are we in Madison's new house? Sorry,
No. First, we go back to Sally's.
Yeah, I was about to say we're back
and
at
she's still making the
Sally's.
chicken coop, and she's like, "Am I going to regret getting chickens?" And her friend's like, "No, it'll be an experience, and maybe a lifelong experience." Oh, stop!
For them.
Stop! What kind of friend is this? He's like, "No, maybe Craig's going to marry you now because you got chickens." This girl probably goes home and laughs at Sally. She's like, "Ha ha! Trick Sally into falling in love again."
Seriously. By the way, Ronnie, for the record, I did text you a listing for a house from Amazon.
I saw it. I'm like, "How big is 20 feet? Is that big?" Trust me.
Okay. Speaking of which, Madison's new house, which is definitely not something you can order from a website, is a massive brick southern house, and boxes are around, and Madison is still very pregnant, and there's clothes all everywhere, and some professional organizers are there to help her sort stuff. And yes, I did look them up to see if they were the home edit, and they weren't. So that's the news on
We
that.
watched one episode of that show that really stuck with you. That one.
The rainbow.
We
I always think
watched
of the rainbow.
one episode of that show during the pandemic,
show.
like years ago, and you still bring that one up. You really like that one, huh?
It's not so much that I like it; it's just it's stuck in my head because I've seen 2 organizing shows ever. One was the home edit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna count Marie Kondo. She's like her own thing. One was the home edit, and one was this random ass show that was on HGTV. I don't know if it's still there, where the lady was like, "Okay, are you a ladybug? Are you a grasshopper? Are you a cicada?" And it was like that was how you should classify you in terms of how you need to organize.
I'm a fly swatter. Oh, bam! Get out of my house.
So weird that Leanne Locken was her first client.
Welcome to the home edit with Leanne Locken. Wait a minute.
I'm editing you out.
Wait a minute. I came into the bedroom you're supposed to remodel, and other people's clothes are in here. It's my bedroom now, bitch.
call that an edit.
Possession is 9/10 of ownership. Back the fuck off, bitch.
Wait a second, all your stuff is in here. We call that a jump cut. Home edit.
So we go to Madison's, and she's like, "Wow, look at me, 31 weeks pregnant, still look like a Barbie doll. Ain't it hard, everybody? Look at all these clothes I can't wear, everybody." And so they're putting her clothes in this closet, and
she has a dog named Karen. Sorry.
She has a what?
Dog
of course,
Karen.
Madison has a dog named Karen. Oh my gosh. Of course she does.
So funny. That's so funny. Do you know that my Roomba's original name was Karen? Because that was like the Karen thing started in 2020, but our Roombas came in 2019, and so I named my Roomba Karen because I thought it'd be a funny name for a Roomba, and then I changed it to Dolores because it was part of an ad campaign that we did. So you named yours Ramona, so I named mine Dolores, so it would also have a Bravo name. But then when the Karen thing got big, I was like, damn it, I should have kept my Roomba named Karen because I would have been ahead of the Karen wave.
Isn't that crazy? Like 2 out of 3 of our Roomba names have been canceled. I mean, the things that...
And one won the Traders. Spoiler.
Oh, yes. That is a spoiler. Goddamn, Ben. So Logan she has professional organizers over there, and they're organizing her stuff. And Madison's like, let's be honest, the fact that I have to dress my body right now, adapting to the weight of my legs, my stomach, my chest, it's grossing me out. I mean, listen, being 5'3" and being pregnant, it's not made for short girls. It's brutal down there. It's brutal.
Yeah, so now she eats a cookie from Crumble, and then, which I still have never had a Crumble cookie, but I hear they're terrible. I've heard nothing but terrible things about the Crumble cookies, but
I've never had one that's not dry, but I think it just depends. Cookies are rough because it depends on when you get the cookie. La Brea Bakery is very famous here in LA. And every time I get something that's from La Brea Bakery, like at a grocery store, it's always dry and shitty.
Sucks.
And the other day I happened to get one that was fresh and delicious. And I was like, this is the most amazing bread I've ever had from a grocery store. And I was so proud of La Brea Bakery for finally making it in my mind, because I was like, I've tried this for literally 16 years and it's never worked. And I finally got one that was just perfection.
Well, I think that if your brand is called Crumble Cookies, we really can't complain about them being dry. I mean, it's just right there.
It's in the name, yeah.
When people tell you what their cookies are, believe them.
Yeah, that's why when people ask me on a date and they're like, hey, you want to go out? What's your name? And I'm like,
Crumble.
Hating you in a week. What's yours?
You're like, my name is Don't Buy Chickens for Me. It's not going to work. It's not going to work as the middle name. So Brett is...
You know what I think Madison needs right now in this scene? Some charisma. Let's get Brett on the phone.
Yeah. Hey, Brett. And he's like, I like your overalls. I mean, yeah, it's all for the work I'm doing on the house. I mean, they're just talking about this house.
That was funny, though, because she goes, it's all the work I'm doing on the house. And he goes, yeah, that's good. She goes, that was sarcasm, right? He's like, yeah.
You got to get out of California
Christ.
with all those betas.
That man is handsome, but he is a bump on a log.
Yeah, a beautiful bump on a beautiful log. But,
truly.
Yeah, it's not. Well, okay, so Madison's talking about she never thought she was gonna have another baby, but then Brett came along, and now she wants to have now they're having another baby, and she's excited, and yada yada yada, and they're just talking about boring coupley stuff. Honestly, it's just there's babies and houses, and Hudson's getting older. So now we go over to Whitner. Is everyone okay if we move on from Madison FaceTiming Brett?
Yeah, I want to talk about the chicken coop more. Just get me back to the chicken coop. That's all I care about.
I literally cannot wait till we get back to those chickens. But for right now, we have Whitner and his dog Bacchus. So I just love the variety of dog names that we've got going on. We've got Bacchus, we've got Karen, and of course we've got Charles, who we haven't seen much of. Actually, it's funny, we complain about Charles so much, and yet I feel like we don't see Charles anymore.
Don't forget Little Craig!
Little Craig! So Austin meets up with Whitner, and Austin's like, oh, wow, that's cool, you got a dog named Bacchus, but I'm a cat guy now, starting like 3 episodes ago. But you're cute. These back is cute. I'm a cat dad. Okay, you want to see my kittens? Here are my kittens. It's Martini. Yeah, he's a run. And then Piper. Yeah, long hair beauty. Yeah, cat dad.
Yeah. And Winter's like, same age. They're same litter, all right? Like, don't get me started on my cats. I'm obsessed with my cats. And I call my mother every day. Just tell any woman you know, as a man who calls his mother, I have cats.
Same litter is what I say about every season about this show. Huh? Same litter this year. Same litter on my TV.
We've been calling the men on this
Midler?
show litter for years.
Get Bette Midler. We need to clean up this litter. So Austin's like, yeah, I think it's nice to have another male friend in the friend group that isn't named Craig. And Whitner's like, yeah, I think Austin likes to talk to me because I can relate to Austin in a way that he doesn't feel like he's being lectured, So, hey, so Austin, are you or are you not like in any sort of mindset to hang out with Craig and to get a couple of drinks? You want to get the whole gang back together? Because I'm really trying to join this group, but none of you guys are hanging out, and Shep's all the way in Cuba, so I'm kind of having a hard time making inroads on this TV show. Can you help me out a little bit here, please?
Yeah. So, I was talking to Craig at Guy's dinner, okay? And it was productive. It wasn't productive. I mean, gave me a whole bunch of stories with butts at the end of it. I don't take this apologies, by the way. God damn it, Craig. And Whitner's like, yeah, I agree. I mean, anything before a butt doesn't really count all that much, but he's like, well, I want to forgive and forget with Craig. It just doesn't feel like it used to, which is smooth. It's easy. Show the pictures. And he's like hanging on Craig's back on the back of a boat. The wind is blowing through their hair. Go the easy times when it was easy breezy.
It's like a yacht rock album cover, the two of them. So I also love like Austin saying like, yeah, I never accept Craig's apologies. Like, and they cut to a shot of him accepting Craig's apology. You always accept his apologies. So Austin's like, yeah, well, not, we didn't have to work for it. Like, not having to think about it. Like, it's just like something that, like, there's something about me that just like triggers him sometimes. I don't know what it is. I'm like, don't listen, Austin, you're being a little hard on Craig. There's something about you that triggers everyone, not just Craig.
Close your mouth while you eat.
I'm a cat dad, though.
Yeah, it gets a little hot-headed. Towards me specifically. It's towards me specifically, bro. And Whitner's like, yeah, I'm seeing more of a rivalry than a friendship. A heated rivalry.
Jack
is at home like, blink. He's just got like a tent in his pants. He's like, oh, no. Not again.
Wait, why did they put Austin on my show? Take Austin out of my stories. So yeah, he says it's more of a rivalry, and Whitner's like, Austin has a bit of a victim complex, so he's gonna feel like he's being attacked, and Craig has a narcissistic streak, so he's gonna want to be controlling, and whether or not those two pieces fit together is, to be determined. I think it has been determined, and then first of all, sir, thank you for that lovely read, because you were absolutely correct, and they do not fit together, and that's the fun of the show.
Yeah. Whitner's like, oh, it's amazing how friendship can sound like a relationship, right? And Austin says, brother, I've literally been dating Craig for years. And Jack just climaxed. He's like, oh, God. It was like a whole season in one scene.
Head in a sack. So then we go over to Fish House Deck and Bar. So Vanita, she heads up a very long staircase and meets up with Leva, and then Rodrigo shows up, and Molly, and it's time for them to talk shit. So they order some poke, and Leva's like, wait, I always thought it was pokey. Like, I've been ordering pokey instead of poke. Is something wrong with me?
There's another Leva moment where you're like, you are a restaurant owner. Could you please pretend you're a restaurant owner on this show? Because remember last year she had one too, where she was like, I mean, what even is charcuterie? She said something like that, where it's like, what? Or like, what is duck liver? I don't remember what it was, but I remember we were horrified.
Well, as the great Whitney Houston once sang, it's not right, but it is poke. So Rodrigo says,
I believe in you and poke.
The greatest poke of all is happening to me. So then Rodrigo says, I just feel bad because I don't know. I mean, Molly and I have been going to, you know, high low. We're working out, and she was my accountability coach, and I lost my all accountability, and I'm just eating a lot of food. They're basically just like feeling bad about how they look and everything because they're saying they're not working out and stuff. And then Vanita
Why is
announces that
this
she.
every conversation with a gay? Like seriously, even and I don't even mean on TV like it's not fair. It's like every conversation with a gay. Whenever we sit down, it's like the obligatory, how's everybody? I feel fat. Okay, here's what I did this week and the reasons I feel fat. I feel like a piece of shit, you guys. I'm a piece of shit because I ate a Hostess donut last night, even though my dog was judging me. Anybody else? Okay, let's gossip now. Okay, got that out
I
of the
think
way.
I think that's why I struggled with that first episode of Heated Rivalry because I was like, when are they gonna talk about how they just feel like they haven't been eating right properly recently? Like
Yes, where was that? But
I
that
had
was a
donuts.
fantasy. That show was a fantasy because every episode they just showed them working out tirelessly. It's like,
I know.
all the years of them struggling while they were on a Peloton reading their text, seeing if they got a text from them.
So I'm only one episode into Heated Rivalry. I think this weekend I'm gonna binge the rest of it. Question: Does anyone in the fandom ever talk about the fact that those two guys really don't look very much like hockey players? Like they don't have like hockey player builds. Is that ever something that comes up, or are we just supposed to just say go
No, I
along
don't
with it?
understand what that means. Like, how are hockey players built?
Hockey players look like they just they look like little walls. They're kind of like little stone hinges. They're very blocky. They're very much like those things in Super Mario, those big tiles that have like the face on them that go walking around and they fall forward.
Yes, like the big statues.
That's what the hockey players look like. My freshman year roommate in college was a hockey player, and he was just like he was just a rectangle, and he was the nicest guy. He was such a sweet rectangle, and he was French Canadian. I mean, I basically had my own heated rivalry, except he wasn't gay at all, and nothing happened between us. But
Even
yeah,
hotter.
I know. He was so lovely, but he was so French Canadian. Like he loved blasting Celine Dion, and he always hated it when I played my music. However, he was okay when I played Sarah McLachlan, who, of course, is French Canadian. The life of a hockey
I feel
player's
like you could
roommate.
have. Yeah, I feel like you could have had sex with him.
He was really straight. He was really, really, really straight.
Sarah McLaughlin. Sarah McLaughlin. Just leave it there.
Frederick. So then,
Okay, so Sally's talking about Craig, of course. Well, she's talking about, well, no, Vanita is talking about Sally and Craig, and she's like, yeah, Sally and I had a bit of a squabble, and I was just flabbergasted. I was like, okay, and I didn't even hug her on her way out. And Lev was like, yeah, it makes me sad because, like, generally, I think you're like such a good friend to Sally, but like, Sally's not a girl's girl. Boom.
boom, there it
Boom.
is. There it
Me
is.
lover. Me lover. Girl's girl of all girls girl.
Let
Ask
me
the
level
single
with
mom I
you.
fired
That's right.
for drinking
What's her
when
face?
everybody else was also drinking.
So Molly, they all agree that Sally is not a girl's girl. By the way, I also like Sally saying the squabble was so bad they didn't even hug afterwards to say goodbye. I'm like, do people normally hug goodbye after a squabble of any kind? But that's fine. So Vanita says, I expect what I give to people in friendships. So the abandonment thing is hard for me because I had a best friend I grew up with from diapers that stopped talking to me when I was in the 11th grade. And I never thought there would be a moment in my life where I didn't have her. Then all of a sudden, she disappeared. And it was like, okay, wow. And then there's the whole JT
Okay,
thing.
wait, pause. Really? That's the whole story? I need the rest of the story, man. Because I've watched you on this show and just being like, yep, then she, for whatever reason, have no idea why, stop talking to me. What did you do? What did you do? Because I believe there's more to this, okay? There's a whole season here. Call that girl from 11th grade and get her on the show. And also, how does Vanita look exactly the same as she did in the 11th grade, except for different hair?
They showed a picture.
That is
I was like, wait a
crazy.
second.
Do you think they were like, Vanita, we need a picture from you when she's in 11th grade? And she's like, I don't have one. And they were like, okay, well, just, put on this wig and then we'll take a picture.
She looked exactly the same. So Vanita's.
And then she says, sorry, because I cut you off, so I didn't want you to get
Yeah, it's
confused.
okay.
But then she goes, and then there was a whole JT thing. No, and we see the clip of her at the reunion with JT saying, in September, you let me know that you and that girl were no longer together. And after that, we were going out on dates. We were working on figuring out if we would actually be boyfriend and girlfriend. And then the super teaser drops, and she's in my DMs calling me a goddamn rat. And he goes, but you knew I had a girlfriend off camera. I had a girlfriend. She goes, oh, come on. I did not. But then Vanita did a podcast recently where she said, oh, yeah, I was never with JT. I never even kissed that guy. He had a girlfriend the whole time. Okay, so which is it, Vanita? And this is the problem I have with Vanita. I just don't believe her. I just don't believe her because she lies. And then it's like, did you forget that you lied? That was your entire reunion. Come on, man. At least stick with the lie. I don't even need the truth. Just if you're going to lie on a show, stick with the lie. So I don't believe you in this fight. And I think you were totally right in this fight against Sally. That's the thing. But I still can't be on your side because of your own podcast confessions.
My hot take is I honestly was never emotionally invested in anything with the Vanita and JT thing. I didn't care about the stuff that was on camera, and I just never. So that like made it hard for me to get like really invested in this stuff. So I just feel like with Vanita, I guess what I just want from her is. I think what we both want from her is we just want her to stand in her Vanita-ness a little bit more, in the sense of like, I'm just really upset that she stormed out. I keep on saying stormed out. She didn't storm out, but I'm just still upset that she left the final scene today early when it could have been such a triumphant Vanita moment. I feel like she's so close to being so great on the show, but she's actually can't quite get there, and that bothers me.
It bothers me that she tells so many untruths. I mean, JT is JT. Like, who's rooting for JT? No one. But I mean, she did JT pretty dirty. That's, yeah. I mean, who cares about JT though? Yeah. Whatever. He's fine. He's off in
he's off in Bali with none of his
Bali
possessions.
somewhere. Yeah, with the money he got when he sold his mama's couch.
So now we go to the barnyard feed and supply, and Sally's there, and Craig shows up, and it's time to buy some chickens. So we know this because she goes, ready to buy some chickens? And he's like, I love places like this. Did you work this morning? I love that he goes, did you work this morning? And she's dressed fully in scrubs. No, she just came back from an all-night black tie ball. Like what?
I just did some free surgery in my backyard on my friend who suggested I get chicks. That's all. Yeah, so they go to this barnyard supply place, and there's like there's like a dog in a position representing Sally on the ground. It's just like laying there, like completely open, like, please just pet me. I'll do anything you want. I'm here for you. So she's like, I'm really into chicks. Well, Craig's really into chicks. Yeah, don't have a ring on my finger, though. I had one at one time. Maybe I'll have another one. Right, Craig? He's like...
So they go to the chicken area, and they look at some chicks. And she's like, I want one of those. So they pull this. They're basically holding these little chicks. And Craig is like, wow, it's a little chick. Did you know that you're being held by a celebrity with a pillow empire? Congratulations, little chick. And Sally's like, hey, do that bite? Do that bite? And the store clerk's like, well, they might peck you if you have a ring on your finger. Hint, Craig. Just giving you a little assist there, Sally.
Yeah, and that's when she says, yeah, I used to have a ring, but I don't anymore. And then the other lady's like, don't worry, I used to have a ring too, and I don't have one anymore either. It's just our little secret. Girl who can't stay married in a town full of patriarchy.
I used to be an investment banker, and when my man left me, I took a golf club to his windshield, and now I work at the chicken feed store. Anyway, have fun browsing my wares. That's just between me and you,
just us two girls.
Just us two girls. Just us two girls.
Yeah, I'm just here to get some chicks. You trying to get a man? That's why I opened this chicken coop.
Okay.
I've been helping single girls since 1976.
Take this chicken and just know by the strike of midnight, this man will be, he'll be the same, but you'll just have a chicken at midnight. That's what I'm trying to say.
You'll still be single, but you'll be less lonely because you'll have little tiny chicken pellets all over your kitchen.
Is it the strike of midnight or the stroke of midnight? It's the stroke, but I like to say the strike. Just a little more dramatic that way.
Jack's like, what? What? I'm not doing anything. We're not accusing you of stroking, Jack, okay? We're talking.
Jack, take those little miniature hockey masks off the chicks.
Someone cancel Craig's HBO.
Jack has the two chicks on little exercise bikes pedaling fast.
So Sally's like, well, I could get another, because they're holding the chickens. And Craig goes, yeah, I thought you were supposed to get chickens in threes. And she goes, oh, I've always wanted 3 kids. Oh, God, Sally, you are so sad. You're so sad. Stop. You're hurting my feelings.
Are you supposed to get chickens in threes? Is that a thing?
No, but Craig's a fucking life destroyer, and this is what he does. It's not enough that she's getting 1 chicken for your approval. No, now she has to get 3 chickens for your approval. You're going to ruin her life times 3.
Well, according to Google, getting chickens in threes is a great idea because they are flock animals, and 3 provides a good starter number, ensuring 2 are left if 1 is lost, preventing loneliness.
That's not how threesomes work, that's for sure.
You can't prevent loneliness on this show, I'll tell you that much.
No, and just in general, threesome. I guess threesomes work different for humans because when you have a threesome in real life, there's always just one person like, oh, why are they more into each other than they're into me? Why am I still thinking about Hostess donuts? I just ate them last night.
You're always supposed to have 3 Hostess donuts at a time.
Thank you. Well, that's advice I follow.
So I've always wanted 3 kids to match 1 for each chicken. That's why I'm excited to see where this potentially could go with me and Craig, because we both want to settle down. We both want to have kids. We both want to take care of chickens. Okay, lady, what else do I need? Well, you're going to need a golf club. You got to know where he's going to be at 8 p.m. so that way you're not there when he's there. And honestly, if you take a key to the side of his car, that's effective too.
Might I suggest a starter pack of a chicken feed and maybe a stack this big of Dick's Sporting Goods cards just for when you make him mad?
Red spray paint so that way you can make sure the penis really pops on the side of his car.
Some of that spray you spray over their bald spots so they feel a little less insecure at the country club.
Have you considered a Molotov cocktail for his living room?
Cyanide. Just cyanide. Here you go.
No. For the chicks. For the chickens. Oh, well, for the chicken, you chick starter. When you ask what should I start with, chick starter. Duh, stupid face.
You also need grits. Grits. Okay. I'll take this stuff up for you guys and get everything ready and stuff. Y'all go ahead and shoot your scene here. That's what everybody in this episode does. They're like, okay, guys, well, we've looked at your baby inside your stomach, so I'm just going to go take care of my customers while y'all film a scene. Okay. How far has this clinic fallen?
Well, Sally, I think you're going to be a great mom and a great wife. I mean, you kissed your sister. Oh, what? Was he talking about the chicks? The chicks kissed each other? I'm not sure. But so then Sally's like, put her back, put the chicks back. Okay, she's not yours, she's mine. Okay, he's like, I'm jealous because usually I'm good at pulling the trigger, but it's like really neat to see you say, hey, fuck it, why not? Let's get chickens. I find that to be a really attractive quality in someone. It makes me kind of be attracted to you theoretically. Am I sending the wrong mixed signals to you, Sally?
I've always been really attracted to the friends of people who are willing to pull the trigger like you just did. God, I wonder how Charlie's doing right now.
I wonder how Jack is doing pulling the trigger on those grits over there in the corner.
She's like, yeah, well, you know what? I see something and I want something. I just do it. I literally ordered a chicken coop the next day after we talked about a chicken coop. He's like, see, the hot tub leads to amazing ideas. I mean, obviously me and you gotten to be real good friends, but I've been catching some feelings and I'm just saying, I could date you. And he's like, yeah, well,
Jack
yeah,
is like, I'd like to say
this...
I could also date you. Just want to put I'm gonna put my hat in the ring here too before it's too late. Okay? No? Okay, I'll back out. Back to the grits.
When I said chicken starter, I didn't mean you, gay assistant. Go back to your car.
So Greg is like, we're just friends. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess if you don't see yourself being in a relationship or moving down that path, then why are we hanging out in a hot tub till 4 a.m.?
Because he wants to fuck you, Sally. What are we not getting? I don't I don't understand. It doesn't mean hanging out in a hot tub wasted till 4 a.m. is not marriage behavior. I don't know where she got that. Like, wait a minute, you don't want to get married? Then why are you hanging out in hot tubs getting wasted with multiple women until 4 in the morning?
But I will say this, though, in Sally's defense, I don't think Sally's opposed to that either. And I kind of feel like she's in the hot tub till 4 a.m. because she thought they were going to fuck. And then it didn't happen. So she's like, well, maybe
we don't
he
know
wants
if it
something more
happened
serious.
because I think it did kind of happen. Because remember when Corey said something like, "Yeah," and then like she's just slept over or what, and then Sally just like gave that little eyebrow, like, "Oh well." So I think she was. I mean, I think she was hooking up with Craig. Don't you? I don't believe that they weren't boning. I mean, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I haven't made it clear.
I don't know. It's hard to say. So many subtleties in this show at all times.
Yeah, it's a very subtle
nuances.
show. But they also use code for things because it's a Southern show, so they can never just say fuck. They have to say, spent the night, took the golf cart out the next day, because they have to be very chaste, I guess. But, it's like Craig being addicted to Adderall. It's Coke. Just say Coke.
Yeah.
Just say Coke.
So, I mean, I've never been in a situation where like a girl really thought I liked her and I didn't. And I think Sally is reading into our interactions in a fantasy way. I'm sure there have been many girls on this show and not on this show who thought that you liked them. And I guarantee that Craig gets off by like the attention of women who are fawning over him. So she's like, bitch.
Of course. And also, Craig, you have been either fucking Sally or heavily flirting with Sally. It's not crazy for her to think that you would like her.
This is not crazy.
You're such an asshole. Of course. And of course you're doing this. Of course you fucking are. Typical.
But also, Sally, like, Craig's behavior is documented, and you should know better than to invest in a chicken coop just for his affection. So he's like, we're just distractions to each other, and, like, I have no problem just being friends with you, so, like, what's wrong with that? She's like, nothing. We're just friends. And at this point, she's like, now, I just want to point out, she bought her chicks. I did not know this, but, like, the chicks, when you get chicks from the store, they come in like a Dunkin' Donuts Munchkins box. I was like, are there any donut holes in there by any chance?
Yeah, that's what they come in. I've bought chicks
I had no
before.
idea. Really?
Believe it or not. Yeah. It's a
I
very
do believe
guilty
it.
story. I feel bad because I didn't know how to take care of them. They all died. I just felt terrible.
I'm sorry.
It was a
So
sad
now let's go
moment
to
in my
Charlie's
life.
apartment. Charlie is she is trying to braid her own hair, and first time doesn't work out so well. Second time nails it. So she calls her mom. She's like, "Hey, Charlie girl, I've been waiting for you to call. Why'd you forget about your mother? Are you being decent still? Okay, well listen, tell me everything. What's going on with your life?" And she's like, well, like, what's been going on over there, Mom? How's the store? It's like, oh, covering both stores, just running back and forth. But the good thing is they're side by side like me and your dad because we're in a relationship. What's going on with you and your relationships? Nothing.
Wow. So is your relationship doing healthy and thriving like my marriage and my store, or is it a clearance rack of sadness? How's that going for you, Charlie?
And she's like, well, my mom is like the owner of 2 boutiques in my town, and they're like right beside each other. And we see the boutiques, and it's Denise's Boutiques, Sweet Teas, and Mary Frances Limited.
Mary Frances. Ooh, fresh off the runway in Milan. Mary Frances Limited. You know you're going to get some cutting edge designs there.
It's all the clothes that Mary Frances was inspired to make after she visited Limited 20 years ago.
It's making Gwen's seem very cutting edge. So
I miss Gwen's. We need Gwen's. I remember when they were like, hey, Catherine, will you do all our social media influencing for us? And she's like, yes. And then it was just like big, giant ball gown ruffles, but for a tea party.
I know. I miss it. What a great department store. I mean, we did see, I feel like I saw Gwen's in the back of one of the scenes. This time I refer to it not as the store, but the other, like, whatever
The
that
Lady
girl whose name
Gwyn's, the
was.
girl Gwyn's,
Lady Gwyn's.
yeah, the daughter
who
of
was-
Gwyn's.
Who was a nightmare in Below Deck. So Denise is like, "What you doing, Charlie?" And she's like, "Well, I was in the gallery and Craig came in. He should talk about how his friend has an oyster farm. He wants to like go hang out." She's like, "Oh, so you got a date at an oyster farm? Okay, okay. I mean, I preferred if my daughter didn't come back smelling like fresh seafood, but you know, a date's a date."
Well, that's nice. I mean, it is kind of like giving the guy the cow when he's getting the milk for free. I mean, giving him oysters and everything. You know what they say about oysters, don't you, honey? It just leads to sin and sex. Hope he's got a wedding ring in his pocket.
She's like, I know, but Mom, I'm gonna feel weird about it because Sally's like putting out there that she likes him also. And Denise is like, "You will get into a celebrity relationship whether you like it or not." Okay, anyway, back to Mary Frances Limited. We've just been selling out of so many camisoles. Okay, go on your date, sweetheart.
And don't forget,
Men outrank women.
okay, honey, talk to you soon.
Yeah, she basically is like, don't you dare lose this opportunity. He is wealthy, he is attractive, and he is on TV. Go to the oyster farm.
Yeah, and Charlie is like, yeah, I mean, I feel guilty about being excited about my date with Craig because I know that Sally would have said yes to a similar date. If he was to ask her, she's like trying to find a way to word it. Just say it. Sally peed on him first. She said that was her man first, and it's against girl code to go for the man. But I mean, if you have a defense, it's that Sally said that about every man, and she doesn't get to just pick every single man. You don't get to call dibs on every man, okay? You get one sample. You get one sample, not the whole tray of samples.
That's right. Because if the chicken starter doesn't start, it's on to something new. So now we go over to Madison getting an ultrasound. Madison is the name of other Gwyn's. She was the other Madison. So, but this is non-Gwyn's Madison. It's our Madison.
No, I don't want to know the name of the other of Gwyn's. I just want to call her Gwyn's. Her name is Gwyn's.
Her name is Gwyn's. So Madison's there and Sally's there, and it's time for an ultrasound. So Sally's like, you know, I do view Madison as like a big sister almost, and seeing her get everything she's ever wanted after going through everything she went through just gives me hope, and it makes me want it all the more for myself. So that's all nice and everything. I mean, I don't think that like Madison went through years and years on this show of being like, God, I hope I have a baby. God, I hope I find a really hot guy. She just sort of got those things. But there were challenges. Obviously, Brett had a health scare. And the other thing is, I think it's funny that she looks. What? Oh, yeah, exactly.
That was the trauma. Austin.
It was. That was the trauma. But it's funny that Sally's like, I look at Madison as my big older sister, but note that she did not tell Madison, like, I just bought 3 chickens to win over Craig, because Madison would have been like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I know, Madison.
Madison's like, thank you so much for bringing me this little side of chicken dumplings. This is very, very tender.
Here's the freshest chicken dumplings I ever had in my life. Where'd you get these? Some farm to table place.
And then we see the baby, like they do the ultrasound, and we see the baby inside her, which is like horrifying. I mean, it's just like it's just like a little pencil eraser, like just melted and smudged up against the lens like this. And she's like, "Oh my God, that looks like Hudson." I've never been more offended for somebody. What is Hudson going to feel like watching this and seeing that that's what you think of Hudson? That looks like a booger like flicked up against a window. What are you talking about?
I still don't get it. When they show us the ultrasounds on these shows, or just like when a friend is like, look at this ultrasound. Isn't they so sweet? Isn't that so cute? I'm always like, first of all, on a normal ultrasound, I see nothing. To me, it looks like a sweater pattern. But then on these, the 3D ones, I'm like, it just looks like the monster from the abyss. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's like 1993 CGI. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. You can see a baby's face. But it all looks the same to me.
All I see every time I look at an ultrasound is all the extra gum I'm going to have to carry in my pocket for the next 18 years. Like, oh God. I'm always going to have something for this baby because I love it. Oh God, I love it. I went to my friend's house who just had a baby and met the baby for the first time. Oh my God, this baby is so beautiful and cute. I was just staring at the baby, and then the baby was staring into my eyes. Like, it just held eye contact. We just sat there and stared in each other's eyes while I rubbed the baby's belly. And I was like, is this weird? And they're like, no, honey, it's not weird at all. I'm like, I love you. I'm always going to love you. Oh, okay, let's start memorizing my number. Okay, it's a Brooklyn number still. Okay, it's going to be a little confusing for you. 718. I'm your uncle. Uncle Rondell. 718, Uncle Rondell. I love you.
So now Sally and Madison are alone, and Madison's like, "Hey, what's the situation with Greg? You didn't do anything dumb, like get him chickens or anything like that." She's like, "No, but hey, I told him, hey, I'm starting to get feelings for you, and then he said we're just friends." Oh shit, yeah, it's fucked up because I'm like, he was flirting with me after that first night in the hot tub, and when he said like that was fun, and I said, yeah, it was. I mean, I think when a girl says, yeah, it was, to you saying that was fun, it's pretty obvious you're pretty much married at that point.
Can I just point out before we go on with the scene, and I'm so sorry to go back, but they look at the baby. First of all, Sally, of course, makes it all about her. She's like, oh my God, but I want a baby. I want a happy life like Madison's got. Okay, so they show this baby, and Madison goes,
That baby looks fat.
okay, Southern mother. That is a Southern mother right there. That baby's already got a Weight Watchers. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Just like it really hit home for me. I was like, damn it. Is it just every Southern mother? Okay, so she's like, yeah, I mean, you know, he said we're just friends. I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, we moved in the hot tub together, you know, and then we see a text message and text exchange, and Craig's like, that was fun. And she's like, yeah, it was. I should have stayed. Yeah, you could have if you wanted, but I did want. Invite me to stay next time. Sleep well. See you next week. And he's like, you too. Makes it harder to fall asleep than normal.
And then he says he just wants to be friends later. So Madison's like, he's giving off fuckboy vibes. He's not giving off fuckboy vibes. He is a fuckboy. So then Sally was like, I read that as, hey, come sleep next to me, which is correct. And the producer's like, is there any way to misconstrue a text like that? And she's like, I don't think there's any way to misconstrue a text like that. Do you? So Madison's
No,
like,
I think that he did want to have sex with you, and you probably did have sex. And I think that you wanted to have sex with him too. I think there's just that line where he thought, I'm a fuck boy and you're a fuck girl. And so we have this like thing where it's like we're both just messing around because we're both fuck boys. So you're not allowed to catch feelings. Do you think that's what is going through his mind?
I think he's keeping Sally as an option. I think he wants Charlie, and he's like, but you know, I'm gonna sort of keep something sort of brewing with Sally, but then she pushes it to like, you now have to make a decision. So he's like, okay, well, if I have to make a decision, then no, I'm not gonna be anything more with you. But if she had never done that, he would have kept it like sort of like the flirtations going, so that way he has that as an option.
Yeah,
so now we
good
go
call.
over to Whitner at a bar, and Craig is there, and Rodrigo and everyone, or they're gonna all be showing up soon enough. And Whitner's saying that he was saying that like Austin was in good spirits the other day, and because then like Austin went out with he went to a place called High Time. Spell time like THYME. It's wordplay.
High
Oh
time.
God, High Time, right? And then so anyway, Austin went out with Sally, and Craig is like, "What? You mean they're besties? When did that happen?" And Whitner's like, "No, they're really close. You didn't know that?"
And
So
you
Craig.
see that Craig is really bothered, like really bothered. It's funny. I love that Craig shows his anger on his face so clearly. He's like, oh, wait, Austin's close with Sally? And he's like, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. So now here comes Craig the Wrecking Ball to completely decimate Sally. Because what has Sally done? She has messed up his fuckboy arrangement with her. And now she has liked Austin this whole time. So Craig didn't want her, but now that he knows that she probably wants Austin, he's going to ruin her life.
Right. So he's like, that's strange. The two of them hanging out because Sally tells everything, and Austin doesn't tell anyone anything, right? I'm like, I don't see your point in this. That sounds actually like a perfect pairing.
And obviously she doesn't tell everyone anything because she didn't know that she was even close with Austin.
I know.
Haha, sucker.
So Rodrigo and Austin arrive, and it's like, oh my God, I'm wearing a pair of shoes that I've never worn before, and I kind of went for it. Isn't it crazy? Oh my God, I'm a cat dad. The shoes are Garfield slippers. Cat dad.
get that. I like when Craig said, you and Rod dress the same, and me and Whit dress the same. Yeah, because you're guys in Charleston. There's like 4 things you guys wear.
Khakis and Tommy Bahama.
Flowered shirt, yeah, Tommy Bahama shirts and Dockers. That's it.
So over at Madison's house, she's got the pajama party going on. She's got setting it all up and everything. Vanita shows up and promptly drives all over the curb, and she comes on in, and Madison's like, "Oh, sorry about that. It's still under construction here a little bit. Okay, why don't you put that right there?" So she goes, "Will you not put that right there?" Because Vanita puts her bag on the counter, and it's like, "Oh, what's wrong? There's tension." And she's like, No, we're just gonna make pizza over there. Put it somewhere else."
So we see scenes of Anita looking at the house being like, oh my God, is this like 6,000 square feet? She's like,
Yeah, it sure is. My husband's a firefighter. Suck it, everybody.
so she tries on some PJs because she's got PJs for everybody. And then, I don't know, it's kind of boring. Some of the girl scenes sometimes just start off like, I mean, I guess the guy scenes do too. They just talked about patterns.
They're just
but
like
it's like,
setting
wow,
it
you want
up.
something to drink? Sure, I've been dehydrated. You want some electrolytes? I was like, oh God, this episode's going to suck.
I know, me too. I was like, uh-oh.
It's not like the girls' nights of casts past, because there once was a really, really strong cast of women on this show who have all since been fired because they are no longer having sex with the men on this cast. But that's another story for the HR that doesn't exist on this show. Whitney.
So Vanita says, well, hopefully today will be good because I haven't seen Sally in like a week.
Oh, yeah. I saw her the other day. She came with me and we saw a baby. Brought me the most delicious chicken. And Craig basically said it's not going to be anything more than a friendship. And I think he kind of gave her false hope.
And Vanita's like, yep, I knew it. She's like, part of me wants to be like, duh. But the other part of me wants to be like, damn, I'm sorry. But yeah, I told your ass you were going to get friend zoned by Craig. Ha. So Madison's like,
But doesn't he like Charlie?
and she's like, yeah, and I think it's going to hurt Sally's feelings when that comes out. I wonder if it will ever come out. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, but how is she the only person that well, I think that she does know that he likes Charlie. She just is going to like try and win, versus Charlie. So then we go back to the guys' night, and Craig's like, I asked Charlie to go to the oyster farm with me, like Trey's oyster farm. And Austin says, on a date? On a date, Craig? Yeah, I didn't say date. I just said, hey, you want to go to my friend's oyster farm? Because then, like, if she had said no, then I would have been like, yeah, of course, obviously. Like, I'm totally into Sally anyway. We've got chickens together.
Yeah, Craig is so slippery. He's not even committing to say that this is a date. So then Austin's like, Craig is like the kind of guy that like he needs to know like that he is insecurely first, and he has to hear it from like 2 different references and get annotated bibliography, and then he'll like ask her out. Okay. So then back at Madison's, Charlie arrives.
Annotated bibliography.
It's not his best work. So people are showing up, and they're like looking. Madison has some crazy, oven that Vanita can't figure out, and she's like,
It's the Louis Vuitton of ovens.
which does not actually. I don't want to hear that it's the Louis Vuitton of ovens. That actually makes me trust it less.
It's like, what do I care? I ain't gonna cook.
So they're working on that because they're gonna be setting up their whole pizza station and everything. And more people show up. Charlie's there. This girl Lauren is there, who's like Madison's friend, who is upstairs. She comes down, and Vanita's asking if Sally's gonna be arriving, and Molly says that Sally is tending to her chickens.
Yeah. Then Sally does come, and she's like, oh, wow, Madison, this is incredible. You look so cute. You just look so cute. After I went and saw that little baby inside of you the other day, I just went home. I was driving the whole way home, and I couldn't stop crying and saying over and over again, wasted eggs, wasted eggs. I don't know what that was about, but I feel much better now. Good to see you.
So there's coldness between Vanita and Sally, and she explains, honestly, Vanita was right about Craig, but I'm just like a little bit annoyed with her saying like, don't call me when the shit hits the fan. Like, I'm mad now. So she's still like, I mean, Vanita was right. You just have to deal with it. But she's mad now that Vanita was right and that she doesn't feel like she can, call her up and be like, hey, dump me. But she warned you. Sorry, lady.
Yeah, I feel like part of it is just that Vanita was like, he is gonna just destroy you. He's gonna walk you like a dog on a leash and then na. I mean, I think that, look, any couple of people that like each other or one likes the other, they have a right to say it, and the other person has a right to not be as into it as the other person. So at this point, I don't really think Craig has done anything that terrible. But don't worry, because he's about to.
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't
At this
done
point,
anything.
I'm like, Vanita wasn't totally right. I mean, Greg didn't like destroy the girl or anything. Like, he didn't totally
Right.
fuck her over. But, he's about to. Vanita's about to become completely 100% right.
If there's anything we know about Craig is that he doesn't like being the bad guy, and so now he is going to immediately start painting Sally to be the crazy one and villainizing her. So
Because it's two things. It's double pronged. He's going to look like the bad guy because of the Sally thing, but he's also just found out that Sally has chosen Austin without Craig even knowing it. And so
Yes.
Craig is going to fucking try to destroy this girl. What a pig. What a fucking pig. And people in the comments who are like, you guys are always telling me to Craig. No, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. It's Paige. It's not because of Paige. It's because of Craig. We've been watching Craig every episode of this show. We know Craig's bullshit and we don't fucking fall for it, okay? So if you think it's something to do with Paige, you are sadly mistaken. Rewatch this show. Craig is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we've been down on Craig so often. I mean, we've definitely had times where we've been very up on Craig. We've hung out with Craig and he's very lovely in person, but like the truth is on this show, he's kind of garbage. And that's just how it is. And honestly, if you like Craig and you're mad that we don't like Craig, that's fine too. But like
Yeah, of course.
I'm not phased if someone's like mad at me because I don't like Craig. I'm gonna be like, you're wasting your anger on me right now. 'Cause
You're
I'm
wasting,
not
or any of the
affected.
guys on this show, because they all take turns being complete shitheads. Like
Yeah.
this season, Austin's getting a good one because Austin's playing it very smart. Austin's really learned how to do it. Get a girlfriend out of town so no one will see you treating her like shit or ignoring her or doing whatever. And you use her that way, get a couple of kittens, get the audience back on your side. I mean, he's playing it right. Shep's playing it right, where he's just like, oh, gosh, I'm just a boy who loves Cuba and communism, so he's doing that whole thing. He's staying out of it. So Craig's the only one in the muck this season.
Yeah. So meanwhile at the bar, Craig's like, what are the girls up to tonight? And Rodrigo reveals that they're doing a pajama party over at Madison's house. I was like, whoa, what do we like go to the next bar, like make it a plan? We can like crash. We should crash because Craig's like, we should crash it. Yeah, but let's go to the bar first. We get drunker and then we crash it because that'll be even better if we're drunk and crash it at the same time.
Yeah. So where are we? Boys, Austin. Sorry, I got a
So
little
then meanwhile,
lost.
the girls are in the living room.
Has
Madison's
Shep
like,
caught his Marlin yet?
what'd you say?
Has Shep caught his Marlin? Yeah, so Shep is in Cuba and they're looking at pictures. And Austin's like, hey, Rod, we just need to turn it up. Oh, look at this. Shep just texted. Gosh, God, look at everybody. I'm back on the mainland. Whoa, Shep got himself a fucking Marlin. They're like, wow. Winter's like, on a fly too? Nice. Like, wow, Marlin. Wow, gosh, wow.
Wow, I'm like Hemingway in Cuba right now.
So the girls are in the living room and they're like, Madison's like, well, I wonder what the guys are doing up to tonight. And Molly's like, probably something lame, like not playing a small tuba. And Madison's like,
Well, Sally, I hope you don't mind. I told Vanita and Molly about Craig.
she's like, well, I'll tell you guys all day. I tried to tell him I had feelings for him, and he was making me feel like my feelings were insane. And so, of course,
Told you. Vanita's like, told you. And she goes, I'm going to kick myself in the foot for saying this, but why didn't you call me? She goes, what? You told me not to call you when I had conflicts with Greg. She goes, I know. Don't get pissy with me. You're the one sitting there like laughing at her pain, ma'am.
yeah, seriously.
I mean, even though
Seriously.
you earned this, I told you so, but you're literally laughing, laying back and saying, I told you so, and then saying, why didn't you call me? You told her not to call you.
Yeah. So of course Vanita is like getting her. She can't help it. She's gonna get her victory lap, even though she's irrationally upset that she didn't get called. And so Vanita's like, she's like, well, that's crazy. This is crazy. And so I was like, well, tell me, what is crazy? She's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I gotta go home. I'm like, wait, Vanita, this is not a big enough, like, you're just barely starting the issue here. Like, you're barely starting to fight. You can't leave right now. Like, you're just got to the foothills.
She left because Vanita says, I mean, come on. I just hate that you had to find out the hard way. I'm not mad at you. And Sally goes, well, yeah, you have no reason to be mad at me. She goes, okay, well, I'm out of here.
So now Vanita is upset, which is too bad because she's about to miss out on like her biggest redemption ever, which is when Craig and Austin come over in about 5 minutes. Stupid Vanita.
Nah, not a wise move. So she's like, she's dismissed my feelings. She shows no regard for me, and she doesn't hear me when I talk. I can't even, so I'm leaving. And she's like, why are you so dramatic? She goes, I'm not that dramatic, because she's leaving kind of quietly. It's not like she's like storming out angrily or anything. She's just like, I'm leaving. And she goes, but you are dramatic. And she says Vanita's being immature, and she's not putting up with Vanita's shit anymore. She can't. So Vanita leaves, and then, boom, the guys go to Share House. And Austin orders Orange Crush. Orange Crush for everybody.
Orange Crush, everyone. Orange Crush. Speed right. Countdown. All right, everyone. Speaking of crushes, you and Charlie have a thing, right? I was like, no. Well, come on, Craig. It's like, well, we've never got to hang out away from Sally before. So we're like, let's do a fun thing. Because Sally's crazy. Always showing up. Hashtag stalker. I'm scared.
Here it goes. He's going to villainize Sally now. And now it's Sally's fault that he's never hung out with Charlie. And so he's like, yeah, so we were like, let's go do a thing. No, you were like, let's go do a thing. Stop making it sound like Charlie was like, oh my God, Sally's always around. Let's go do something just me and you. No Craig. No reframer.
Yeah, seriously. So, but this is Craig. This is exactly what he does. He's always going to make other people seem like the crazy ones. He's always going to try to like do this narrative. He just did it with Paige, right? So he's like, here's the thing. I've been spending too much time with Sally, but the truth of the matter is the main reason I go out with him is because I like hanging out with Charlie. I barely even know who is Sally. I'm confused. I never even met her before. I just thought she was the car that Charlie drives, and I like to get in the car. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, but like she was like your best friend for a month. And goes, Austin, hanging out with someone doesn't make them your best friend.
And Rodrigo's like, yeah, I think Sally thought there was something between you. He's like,
yeah, because she's like always around. Like whatever.
and Austin's like,
Craig is completely minimizing and disregarding the friendship. It's like the faucet is on and he just runs it dry. And then you're like, man, you don't know how to turn a friendship on and off? Like, it's very, very strange. Very strange.
You know what else is like a faucet turning on and off? Austin when he speaks.
seriously, I just covered my computer in spit.
I'm just concerned that Charlie's going to be stressed out because she's constantly worried about how Sally feels. She's scary. We should run her out of town. So Austin's like,
thank God she bought chickens and not bunnies because they'd all be boiled.
I don't look. Austin's like, well, I think that now it becomes a thing, Greg. Like, you might divide a friendship of all of a sudden by doing that. Like, what? No, I would never do that because anytime Charlie and I would even talk, Sally would pop up and say, what are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? I mean, Sally is chaos, man. It's a tornado. You never know who's going to get sucked into it, and you never know who's going to get, killed. Okay.
It's gonna get head. He says you never know where it's gonna get head, but I mean, you never know where it's gonna head. But I like that you thought of it. You never know who's gonna get head.
I misread the notes, and I was like, wait, what?
No, but it made so much sense.
The thing is this, okay, like there is a shred of truth to this, which is that Sally marks her territory, and then she's going around like, you're not talking to Craig, are you? You're not talking to Craig. You're not talking to Craig. Like, she definitely does do that, but like. Craig, as far as we can tell, has always been fine with it, has always been happy. And then now, all of a sudden, within the span of like 12 hours since the chicken feed store, he's like, she is a tornado of chaos and she's going to suck you in and you're going to be lucky if you make it out alive. Like, then why did you go to the chicken feed store with her? I mean, could there be anything more chaotic than going to a pet store?
Well, also maybe he's right in that she does do that stuff, but he's the one seeding the tornado by flirting with Sally. And if he knew that she liked him the whole time, and he's still inviting her over to do the hot tub and this and that just to make Charlie jealous, like he's doing that on purpose and making her. It's like he's making her crazy and then saying she's crazy. You know?
Yeah.
Typical
100%.
fucking Craig. It's just right out of his playbook. It's so fucking gross. When he started doing this, I was booing my TV. And I was happy
too.
that the other guys were being kind, you know, and that Austin and Rodrigo were at least sticking up for her. I mean, Rodrigo mostly just by like raising his eyes and his glasses and looking around the room as he does. But he did say a couple things, and I like that Austin stuck up for her. And he was like, she doesn't bring chaos. She's like fun and single and cute. She dyed her hair this season. And Craig is like, none of this is like malicious. I'm just saying, I'm telling you that much of our decisions are based around Sally. I mean, me and Charlie go to this oyster bar tomorrow, and now it's like, how upset is Sally going to be? Like, it just confirms already, like, what I already thought, that this might be too much chaos to continue to hang out with Sally. So let's get rid of her from our friend group. Because, like, I'm done toying with her, so why is she even on this show anymore? This show is about us getting to fuck with women until we're done with them and then getting them fired. So fire her already.
No. I mean, like, it is annoying when there is that one person where, like, no matter what you do, it's like, if you, like, decide you want to go to dinner with someone, it's like, but we didn't invite so-and-so. Oh, no. Like, and then you've spent all your time worrying about this other person instead of just going to fucking dinner. Like, I get that. But Craig is sort of, he is really kind of, like,
because he's been pussyfooting
abusing the
around it the whole
situation.
time. Yeah, like she's
he's
like that because he's making everybody think that he likes everybody.
So then, you know, Austin's like, I just feel like Sally has a really good and kind heart, you know, almost like what people say about cat dads. So Craig is like, Austin should be happy for me, but whenever I get excited to tell him something, he just turns it negative. When you can't share with your friends, wins with your friends, you just don't want to talk to him anymore about. Oh, come on.
Oh God,
What was
his
the
whole
win
sharing
here,
his
by the way?
wins.
The win is that you asked Charlie to an oyster farm that you won't even like acknowledge as a date. That's the win.
Loser behavior. Fucking loser behavior.
It's sadistic and psychotic.
So now
So
he pulls
now-
a Vanita. He's like, I'm going home. Oh, that's what you're going to do right now, Craig? He's like, yeah, because this is exhausting. I'm going to watch a movie. See you guys. Bye.
So he goes home, and then the guys decide to go to Madison's. They knock on they like bang on the door and everything. They come in and they all say hi and everything. Oh my God, it's cute. It's a pizza party. Yada 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 yada. They're talking. So Austin's like, okay, all right, the suspense is killing me. All right, this is fun. Oh, I can't wait to talk. And Matt's like, why isn't he here? Why isn't Craig here? He's like, oh, well, Craig's not here. Basically, because I think he's like mad at like Sally, because he was like very quick to be like, oh, me and Sally are done. And Sally's like, what? What exactly did he say about me?
Yeah, he's like, you're a tornado. And I mean, basically, he said he called you a hornado, but we had to reshoot it because they thought that wouldn't be nice for Bravo. But he said you basically leave a path of destruction wherever you go. Dead chickens, feathers everywhere. She's like, oh, what? And what does he fucking leave then? Well, I thought it was an unfair characterization. I'm like, you've been hanging out with Sally for like a month.
Yeah, texting me that you want me to stay at your fucking house, you fucking loser. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, well, I've been thinking about this for a long time, that Sally is like this and that and the other. Not the other. I mean, he said he's been thinking about this for a long time. I didn't even know he could think.
What a fucking prick. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. So much for having your back, you so fucking hard, you fucking asshole. Seriously, I wish y'all brought him here so I could look him dead in the eyes and say, fuck you, dead eyes.
And then he just gets juicy. It just gets juicy for Sally and Charlie, where it's like, I don't think that Charlie can be the person that she wants to be when Sally's around. What? Charlie has a voice on this. And then Rodrigo, finally ascending to the role of the messy gay he should have always been, he goes, wait, but like, Charlie's about to go on a date with him, so don't scare her. And she goes,
Molly's like,
and they're all, and I actually genuinely think that, I mean, he was being messy, but I also, everyone was like, what? And Charlie was like, okay, be decent. Okay, look. I haven't said anything because, like, I was waiting until we could be alone, Sally. But yesterday at my art gallery, we were, like, literally talking about oysters. And he was like, hey, one of my friends has a low country oyster farm. We can go on a tour of it. And then Jack was like, I would love to. And he said, no, not you, Jack, Charlie. And I was like, me? Are you sure not Jack? He's like, no, you for sure. And then Jack went off and cried. Anyway, we're going to the oysters tomorrow.
I said, that sounds fun. And so I was like, well, this is news to me because you told me a couple weeks ago I would say no to a date with Craig if he asked me. So it's just like confusing. And I want honesty from you. Yeah, but.
And this is, are we going to say the same thing? Are we going to say the same thing, Ronnie?
no, you say it.
I'm like, listen, I can't help but feel like this is a bit of a echo of what happened with Vanita and Sally in the beginning of the season, right? Was that what you were
What do you
going to say?
mean?
Vanita was like, Craig did me dirty. Like, don't hang out with him. Like you shouldn't hang out with him because he was mean to me, basically. And Sally was like, I'm still gonna do it. And now Sally is like, wow, like, you should say no to a date to him because he was just mean to me.
Well, but no, she's not saying you should say no because he was mean to me. She's saying you said you didn't even want to date Craig, and now you're going to date Craig. But the reason she said she didn't want to date Craig is because you were pressuring her to say she didn't want to date Craig when you knew she likes Craig, and you were calling dibs on Craig. Like, you saw them flirting at that beach thing, and you were like, "You're not flirting with Craig, right?" And she's like, "No, no, no. I mean, we're just friends. I mean, can I just talk to a guy without it being a huge flirt thing?" And so she's like, "You said you didn't even want him, and you did this whole time." But,
So
again, you're not allowed to just call dibs on everybody in the cast, Sally,
I apologize because my excitement was slightly premature because my point makes more sense in about 3 seconds. Because Charlie says my point will be a relevant point in 3 seconds. Everyone, just you wait. Because Charlie is like, well, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not over here trying to justify anyone's behavior. I just enjoy spending time with him. So when he asked me the Low Country Oyster thing, I said yes because I generally want to go and I'm excited about it. So Sally goes, okay, well, have fun on your date. And if he's gonna write me off like that, then fuck him. And that was the Vanita point right there. Because she's like, he just wrote me off. He just basically said, fuck this girl. And so, like, fuck him. And she goes, Craig is manipulating both of us, and he's been at doing it all fucking summer, and I'm finally realizing it. I wish someone had told me before. I wish someone had sat me down and said, you should know that this would happen, and it will take a longer time to realize it, but you will realize it. So basically, Sally is literally saying all the things that Vanita said to Sally throughout the season. Vanita said, hey, this guy was fucking mean to me. Like, you shouldn't go and like hang out with him because he was mean to me. And then Sally says, okay, Then Vanita says, okay, you're gonna go hang out with him, but just know he's a fucker and he's gonna fuck with you. And now Sally is literally saying the same things to Charlie. And I was like, you don't even see this, Sally. You don't even see what's going on here.
Yeah. She goes, I wish he was here right now because I'd seriously slap him across the face and I will show him a fucking tornado. Good. Bring this season to life, Sally. I believe in you.
I was afraid this episode was descending into Dullsville, but I got very energized by this whole scenario at the end. So I'm back in. I'm back in.
And it really did take the guys coming to girls' night because Austin is so fucking messy. I love it. Austin's just like one of the girl casts. He's like, okay, this episode's boring and Craig left. Let's go fuck with Craig at the other girl's house. Then at the girl's house, let's go to the girls' party.
So good. So good.
Good times,
But anyway,
good times, everybody. Yeah, this was a fun one. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We will be back tomorrow with some Beverly Hills and some Traders and something else. Oh, some Valley Persian style. It's a big day tomorrow, so come back for that and get tickets over at watchwhatcrappens.com for the Golden Crappies on February 27th, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.
bye.